Welcome back, everyone, to the Barely News Crew. I'm your host here, as always, Alexis, and I am joined here by Peter Martinez, and we have another reaction review for the new trailer for Captain America Civil War. First of all, if you're on social media and if you are just in love with this trailer, good for you.
Oh my god.
But that doesn't give you the right to screen cap important parts of this trailer and blast them throughout the cosmos. So just so we're clear, we are perfectly aware as to who's going to be popping up in here, okay? So thank you, assholes. We really appreciate
What a
it.
crybaby.
All right, so we're queuing up Captain America Civil War trailer. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
This job. We try to save as many people as we can. Sometimes that doesn't mean everybody. But you don't give up.
New York,
Wow.
Washington, D.C. Sokovia.
Okay, that's enough.
Captain, people are afraid.
That's why I'm here. We need to be put in check. Whatever form that takes, I'm game.
I'm sorry, Tony. If I see a situation pointed south,
You don't know what that
can't
is?
ignore it. Sometimes I wish I could.
Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
I know we're not perfect,
God, Black Panther looks so cool.
but the safest hands are still our own.
I love his face when he does that. Like, such terror.
Spoiler?
I was wrong about you. The whole world was wrong about you. They're coming for you.
I'm not the one that needs to watch their back.
This doesn't have to end in a fight, Tony.
You just started a war.
Shit. Oh god.
Stay down. Final warning.
I could do this all day.
That's from the
Yeah, from the
First
original
one.
movie.
All right, I've run out of patience. On to ruse!
Hey, everyone.
Oh, that looks amazing. That looks absolutely amazing.
Can we watch it again?
Yeah, play it again. Play it again.
The many things that come to mind when you're watching this. First, let's just start with the end, because I kind of ranted about this.
Yeah, Mr. Crybaby.
You know,
Did it ruin it for you?
I want to, really just get the record straight. I was on record as being against Spider-Man being involved.
Were you?
Yeah, I was.
Why?
I thought it was a wrong decision because I didn't think Marvel should lower themselves to even
Lower themselves.
Not this Spider-Man. I'm not talking about Spider-Man. I'm talking about Sony, working with Sony and getting this character out there. I didn't think it would work out the best because I was really on board with what their original vision for the movie was, and then they had to change some things to add this character in. But watching that right there, I have never been the biggest fan of Spider-Man because I never saw him
Okay.
in anything really. So I mean, if anyone hates me, go ahead and hate me. But I never really grew up with
I
it.
hate you. That's fine.
Great, thank you. You know, you only just work on the show. But that's fine. Hey guys. I
I love how
know.
nonchalant it is.
Right,
Like,
right. So it's like
I felt like he was just saying it to like everyone like watching.
What do you
Because
mean?
everyone's been
Okay,
bitching
what-
about Spider-Man. Like,
exactly. It's
I'm
like,
here now.
Exactly.
you can stop.
And that's exactly how it looked like. So honestly, look, for me, I'm happy for the fans.
Yeah.
That they get to have Spider-Man back in the MCU, and I don't want to insinuate that he's been beneath any of this. Of course not. He belongs in the MCU, and I'm happy for that. And I'm happy that we got to see that because this tells me boy, are we in for something. And maybe I like Spider-Man. So what do you think of the Spider-Man at the end?
Spider-Man is my favoriteest superhero.
Favoritist superhero. Favoritist. What do you make of the look in this one?
I really like it. And it immediately reminded me of the original Spider-Man cartoon.
Really?
With the original Spider-Man song, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
The one that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. It's really like classic Spider-Man costume. Like very simple up here with the eyes especially look like it. But it also, you saw like some black stripes in it a little bit. And it looks really cool.
Right.
And it looks awesome. I really dug it. And I was always a fan of having Spider-Man as a young kid.
Of course. And it works right there.
That always set him apart from every other superhero. Like, he's just a kid.
Yes.
And he's just doing the best he can with, going to school, taking care of his aunt.
Right.
And, fighting bad guys on the side. That was always what made him relatable and cool. He was this nerd. And we really don't know how his character is going to be, but the way he said it, almost, it kind of, like...
It sounds familiar.
It seems sort of like he was nervous, like, hi guys,
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting for
Yeah.
sure, and I think a lot of people who have been waiting to see Spider-Man take this again with a grain of salt. That's if this trailer was the movie, and how much Spider-Man you got here, that's how much Spider-Man you're getting in Captain America: Civil War, because this is a Captain America movie. Okay,
Yeah, he might not be there for
exactly.
At least not in his Spider-Man costume.
Maybe not. But let's move on to the rest, the meat of the trailer, honestly. And, these trailers for Civil War have been, I think all of them have been really amazing. And what the Russo brothers have gone on record and saying is that this is the godfather of Marvel movies. And you know what? This is a film that will forever change the cinematic universe of Marvel because, and look, what happened in New York, what happened in Washington, what happened in Sokovia.
It's really pulling from everything that happened in the past.
And it's like, you see years of work that the Marvel team has been doing come together for this film, and how the world, right now the world is changing in many ways. For those of you who watch the other Marvel shows, there's an Inhumans outbreak, and people are turning, people are just, imagine if this is a reflection of our world, right? If we were going through something like this, we'd be pretty shit.
That's what I always liked about Marvel. They always try to reflect the world you are living in right now.
Yes.
And just say, how would it work with these heroes in the world you're living in right now? And I really love the way they've been doing it in the cinematic universe.
I gotta say that, Peter.
Huh?
They're really getting Iron Man right in these trailers.
Oh, God.
I'm loving Iron Man more and more.
Although, when they were showing everything that's happened, I'm like, damn, are they kind of like bad superheroes? Like, looking at all the destruction.
That's true.
It's like, a lot of things have blown up because of them.
So, what is this, the Jedi all over again?
No, but, oh God. And I love that I'm not rooting for anyone in particular.
I know. You know what?
I'm feeling both of them.
I was asking a friend the other day, it's like, what side are you on? And it was like Team Iron Man, and I was like, I don't know, I feel weird because I'm usually on a side, but I kind of agree with both of them.
Yeah.
So
it's that, and that's the best thing I think Civil War always brought to the table, including the comic books. It's like you don't really have a clear side of like, oh, he's definitely right and he's definitely wrong. And that's something that I think the Marvel Universe desperately needs, because the past movies have always been really, this is the bad guy.
Right, they've been pretty black and white, pretty
very
straightforward.
For the most part.
Winter Soldier wasn't, though. That was
it was, in the end, it was Hydra, you know? But
this is the most complicated superhero movie we're doing so far, I think, that has ever been made. I mean, this is pretty intense.
Just going off some geek moments. Black Panther looks incredible.
That's true.
I love his I thought that would look silly. It looks awesome. That looks like one of the best costumes.
Yeah, I would definitely look for him to have the bigger role in the movie than Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, for me, I'm kind of geeking out more over Black Panther than Spider. Just because...
Oh, his costume, his whole look is good.
They had Ant-Man on the Arrow. Oh my god.
Scarlet Witch and the Vision just like going at it. It's like, wow, seriously.
Oh god.
This
you know,
is
you know them. You know they're gonna be making babies later.
So many superhero comic book qualities all over this movie, but I think what I appreciate most about this is that you can just tell this is still a Captain America movie. He is at the center. His heart and soul is at the center, and just the political intrigue of this movie really interests me so much that the fact that you and I are fairly political people, and we're inclined, we have very strong
opinions,
right? And yet we can't decide.
Least.
We can't decide yet what side we're on. I think you and I are both waiting for the moment where we're in that theater and like, okay, what side am I going to be on? Like, we're waiting for that movie to kind of take us along the way.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as that, you're asking about, like, what is that prison?
Yeah, that little circle thing in the ocean.
I have a feeling it's going to be, I think in the original Civil War storyline, what they had was, like, in the negative zone, because that involves the Fantastic Four, so Marvel's and all the rights. They had this prison where, like, they'd lock up all the supervillains, and they would put them in that negative zone prison.
But who did they have in there? Everyone's been killed except Loki.
And even some, well, I mean, Inhumans.
Well, they're not going to mention Inhumans. I think the Russo brothers said they're not going to even go there because, look, we have to establish this. I'm a big fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I want to commend them for, bringing the whole Inhumans. It's been a year now since they've been developing this Inhumans storyline, and that's part as to why people are so panicked by the time Civil War comes along. But we have to be clear, Kevin Feige doesn't really have any control as to what the TV Marvel does. There's kind of a separation there, even though they're in the same universe.
Either you're talking about the TV shows and Netflix.
And S.H.I.E.L.D. exists still.
And the movies, all of them have always hinted, like, there's more out there.
Yeah.
And, like, they're like, because even Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Age of Ultron, they had said, Cap had mentioned, like, we've never dealt with guys like this. So maybe they had dealt with other guys, just not on the level of, like,
in Age of Ultron, they mentioned that they had taken previous Hydra
bases and stuff. They're always hinted at, like, there might be something out there there might be certain characters out there we just haven't shown yet. Like when they name dropped Doctor Strange and stuff like that.
And Winter Soldier.
So, but also, it wasn't just for villains, it was for heroes who wouldn't sign up with who wouldn't comply with the registration
or
act.
In this case, the Sokovia Accords.
Yeah. So they might be saying, like, we don't
They may have already gotten this out of the way to deal with the people who are going to, like, go rogue.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, so, that's something...
Pretty sure Iron Man helped them with that.
That's his thing.
And I'm almost sure that's not S.H.I.E.L.D.
I kind of feel it might be him in the government. I don't know. But that does sort of let you see, like, you get where Cap's coming from, like, we're just going to start falsely imprisoning people.
Yeah.
Like, just because they disagree and they don't want to sign up, and it's...
And Cap's at his best when he goes rogue. That's true.
There is one thing I'm kind of worried about, and...
What is it?
No, do you have something?
Did they spoil Rhodes?
You know what?
His death in that, because it seemed pretty clear to me that War Machine's toast.
I would say that maybe they just like, he's just in a coma or he's injured. But remember when Happy Hogan got injured in Iron Man 3?
That's true.
And he wasn't as mad as he is now. Here, he's like...
pissed!
He's out for blood.
Yeah.
So the only thing I think that can make him that way is if Rhodes dies. And they might have given it away.
Yeah.
But I think that's something that they don't mind. They might not mind giving away. Because they're like, okay, this is what propels him to become the way he is. And... he might not, because they haven't said officially whether he's dead or not. But they're really pushing that angle.
RDJ said on the record that he feels this movie is his Iron Man 4, which that may be a connection as to what's going on there.
But like I said, one of the negatives is leading up all the trailers really for Age of Ultron. They were really serious, and they pushed a very serious tone. It's going to be this, Ultron's going to be menacing. That wasn't really a serious movie. It was.
The trailers were serious, but the TV spots were not. The TV spots, which there was a shitload of TV spots for Age of Ultron. Let's be serious here. All of them had like funny lines put in there, and they were more lighthearted than the trailers themselves were. So I think that kind of for me, that made it more clear it wasn't going to be as serious as we thought it was going to be. But you can't not do the same thing with Civil War. This has to be, in all seriousness, this needs to be their best movie to an extent. I mean, damn.
The biggest fears I get in there and I watch it, and these things in the trailer that they made seem serious.
Are not.
They're cracking jokes half the time. And it's like, but I will say, it's the same people who did Winter Soldier.
Yes.
And that bounced it so well.
And that one was a surprise.
Yeah.
No one was expecting that movie to be anything memorable. So until next time, this is Peter. I'm Alexis. Vote Bernie Sanders.
Oh my god. Vote John Casey.
No.
No.
And this is the Burley News Crew, the place for all things movie news and reviews. Feel the burn.
Oh my god.